Welcome to Los Angeles, California. Welcome to The Late Late Show. I'm your host, TV's Craig Ferguson. Now, look, I want to apologise tonight. This is my apology. Last night, I come out here, I was talking about, I ragged a bit on Toronto, which is a town in Canada. And the Torontonians, the Torontees, the Tortellinis, whatever they call themselves, they're mad. I've received upwards of one mildly worded email about this. And from Canadians, I like Toronto. I was just kidding. It's just that I've always thought the Torontonians, the Toronese, they've got an excess of civic pride. They're always going on about how great their city is. I know it's a great city, but they're always talking about how great it is. Toronto, international New York of Canada, the knitwear capital of the world. I don't know. Toronto thinks it's great. It is great, but it thinks it's great. See, Los Angeles has the opposite problem. Everybody complains about this city. People who live here, people who don't live here. Everybody. LA has a lot of self-loathing. In fact, LA may need some therapy, I think. LA may need maybe a little bit of Kabbalah. I don't know. Maybe some aura massage. Some kind of... See, but I got to tell you, I find the lack of civic pride that LA has, I quite like that. I think a city with a sense of modesty is okay. I prefer a self-deprecating city to some uppity Canuck telling me how great their city is. I don't like that. Especially when it's covered in snow 6 months of the year. They're living underground in a mall. It's a great city, Toronto. It is. I do like Toronto. It's just, everybody has their shtick. My shtick is I hate Toronto, but I don't really. It's just my shtick. I'm just kidding. I don't want to talk about Toronto. There's already far too much talk about Toronto. I want to stand in defence of my adopted home, the great city of Los Angeles. Now, all right, that's enough. I first came, because no one's going to believe that anyway. I first came to LA in 1995 to make it in show business, and I haven't lost hope yet. Now, LA is an amazing city. There's some great examples. Number one, we have the Clippers here. Come on. Secondly, we're a long way from Toronto. And thirdly, Rob Schneider only lives here sometimes when he's not in Europe making subtle art house movies about gigolos. LA has the world's most beautiful people. For generations, the hottest girl and the hottest guy from every high school in the country have immigrated to Hollywood to chase their show business dreams. Of course, they fail, but they end up as spectacular-looking waiters telling us about the soup of the day. And they breed. They breed. Now, admittedly, some people in LA are not beautiful to start with, but we have armies of medical professionals here. And they can get you there. And I think if you're willing to have a general anaesthetic, to go into surgery to get a more perfect ass, that's commitment, my friend. That is commitment. Bam! That is a dedication to shallowness you will not find in too many places, mister. And no, I have not gone under the knife yet, hence my horrendous appearance. Please, don't look at me, I'm hideous, I'm a monster. Hey, I'll take it. The weather in LA is spectacular, earthquakes are fun, and they say in LA you can ski in the morning and surf in the afternoon. You can, although I'd rather watch TV in the morning. And then in the afternoon watch TV at my house. And then in the evening watch TV. But let me address the critics. You hear a lot of people in LA say, people that live here, they say, LA sucks, man. LA sucks. You can't get a decent slice of pizza in LA. The very people who say you can't get a decent slice of pizza in LA, they're always tattooed junkies. They don't eat pizza anyway. They don't even eat food. They just want a balloon of heroin, which you can find easily in this city. Easily. New York, Chicago, San Francisco, they all have their wonderful songs. New York, Chicago, San Francisco. And where were all these songs recorded? In the city of L.A. L.A. has a song by Randy Newman. I love L.A. But frankly, I think he's been a bit sarcastic. I think he's saying the opposite of what he really feels for comic effect. But I feel justified in praising Los Angeles, because I've lived in a lot of places in my time. I come from Glasgow, I've lived in Australia, in Paris, in London, in New York. And wherever you live, there's always a defining moment about the place. In New York, for me, it came... This is absolutely true, I swear this is true. I used to live in the Lower East Side, in Alphabet City in Manhattan, and I had a construction job up in Harlem. So it's a long way, if you don't know. I had to be at a construction job at 7 a.m, so I had to get up really early. First train on 14th Street across town and then up to Harlem. And one February morning, it was freezing. I walk into the platform, you know, at the subway station on 14th Street, and I saw the biggest rat I've ever seen in my life. Gigantic rat. And it's like this much in front. It's really close. It's about the size of a Labrador, this thing. I walk in and I go, oh my God, and I look at the rat and the rat looks at me. We lock eyes for a minute and then I swear this is true, and then the rat goes to me like this, he goes... Story. 20 years later, I come out to LA and that same rat has put on 50 pounds and is now running Miramax Studios. How about it?